One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tyree Wilson
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Tyree Wilson.
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught by Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
Now this one finds McConkey.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Lad McConkey.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
Still going.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Now back to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. A short throw to Musgrave. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. The slot man in motion right. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And it's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw here.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki, finding space at the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Ladd McConkey
with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. He finds Wilson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
One of the linebackers has got it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Now it's Herbert.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
To about the 26 here.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the 2nd half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Here's 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
That is caught.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Open man is Myers.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. Looking to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
He can't get him down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dalton Schultz, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 78 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Herbert now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Herbert off of play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on.